News 5 continuing to investigate the massive fertility clinic failure that has broken the trust of hundreds of University Hospital's patients.
Well, last night we tracked down the company who made the storage tank that UH blames for malfunctioning and destroying patients' eggs and embryos. Custom Biogenic Systems says its tank worked just fine, and UH is the only one to blame here. Tonight, our Tara Molina has learned those new details will likely have an impact on lawsuits against university hospitals.
I brought these to several attorneys representing UH patients after we learned, according to the tank's manufacturer, UH wasn't following basic guidelines or instructions.
They were duct taping the car together and hoping it wouldn't crash. And it crashed.
Cleveland attorney Tom Merriman currently represents more than 100 patients and families affected by the failure in UH's fertility lab. Many of them lost their chance at having a biological child.
Okay.
He sat down with me today after News 5 reported the manufacturer of UH's storage tank, Custom Biogenic Systems, confirmed that UH staff weren't following basic instructions and equipment guidelines.
This new information affects the investigation of their cases.
Attorney Lydia Floyd, who is involved in a pending class action, told me in an email, quote, "These failures highlight that we need rules and law that govern how UH and fertility clinics around the country protect individuals and families' eggs and embryos." And attorney Robert F. DiCello telling me, quote, "It's clear what happened. UH totally neglected to take care of thousands of embryos. And it leaves a question. What is left to fight about anymore?" I found this video on the tank manufacturer's YouTube account that demonstrates how an isothermal storage unit, like the one the company confirmed UH was using, operates. This video further explains the information the company shared with us when explaining, quote, "UH chose to use a container filling method to pour liquid nitrogen into the top. But, quote, the tank is not designed to be filled with liquid nitrogen being poured into the top of the tank." Their product manual stating, quote, "Important, it is not recommended to attempt to manually fill. Quote, this is an incorrect fill method and will cause liquid nitrogen to come into contact with the stored samples."
We don't know what role that played in compromising those eggs and embryos. There's talk of temperature fluctuation, but how about the fact that they poured the liquid nitrogen onto the samples? It's in the manual. It's clear. You don't do that.
Another video on their account demonstrates how each tank model is set up, explaining each tank can be adjusted and ready for storage in less than a week. And we now know UH had access to a backup tank for nearly 4 months to the day of the failure.
What you have has opened up the window of time that we can look at, and has opened up the possibility of insiders, of whistleblowers, of confidential sources to come forward and talk about what happened.
Now, I asked University Hospital spokespeople for a comment on this new information when I first reported it last night. I checked in on that request today. I still don't have anything back from them, but if we do get a statement back, we'll put that online. Reporting in Cleveland, I'm Tara Molina, News 5.